Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Renee and today I'm going to be sharing why I chose to announce early. So if you don't know, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I am expecting. We are super excited. I am currently 8 weeks pregnant and I'm going to do separate videos on pregnancy updates. But for this video, I just wanted to talk about why we chose to announce early. Because I've actually gotten a few questions and heard a few comments about that choice, and I just wanted to share a new perspective that maybe people haven't thought about and my battery's gonna die. Okay, we are back, and the puppy is joining me. Anyway, so I just wanted to talk about that decision and why we chose to announce early. So a lot of people choose not to announce a pregnancy until after the first trimester. Some people even choose not to share with family until after the first trimester. And for us, we chose not to do that. We told family almost immediately after we found out, a couple days after. And we started telling close friends and then made our official announcement at 8 weeks. And that is early for a lot of people, but the reason we chose that we chose to announce early, there's a few. Number one, I think that a lot of people are told not to announce until after your first trimester in case something happens, in case something goes wrong, in case you miscarry. And I am working to break that stigma against speaking out on miscarriage. I've talked openly about my experience on my blog, on my social media, here on YouTube, about my experience with miscarriage. And the thing about it is, it's an incredibly lonely thing to go through because not a lot of people are open about it. Not a lot of people do talk about it, and it's actually incredibly common. Actually 1 in 4 women have a miscarriage, so it's really common, and the chances that you know multiple people who have experienced that are really high. But you probably don't know that because a lot of people don't talk about it. And I am trying to help break that kind of stigma and that silence where we feel like we have to keep it to ourselves. It's something that we have to be ashamed of. And I think that shame comes from this idea that we can't announce a pregnancy until after the first trimester. Because as soon as you tell people, don't share your pregnancy with anybody until you know you're in the clear, you're out of the first trimester, it automatically puts a negative connotation, I don't know if that's the right word, a negative light on miscarriage. It automatically makes you think that you can't talk about miscarriage if it were to happen, that it's something to be ashamed of, that it's something to keep to yourself. And that's not true, and it's not something that you should have to go through alone, and it's not something you should have to suffer through silently. And so I think that the whole idea of waiting until the end of the first trimester is a little bit silly. It just doesn't make sense to me. As a Christian, I believe that life begins at conception. Like this little baby at only 8 weeks gestation, at only the size of a raspberry, this little baby is alive and it has a beating heart and it moves in my tummy, and its life matters and its life deserves to be recognized and to be celebrated and to be acknowledged. This little life is just as important as mine or as yours, and we learned that through the loss of our first baby, that even if a baby's only with you for a short period of time, they make a lasting impact on your life. With our first pregnancy, we never got the opportunity to announce we never got the opportunity to share the news with anyone, not even our family, because we found out and then we lost the baby so soon after that we didn't even get the opportunity. And so the only news that we got to share was bad news. And that was horrible. It was really horrible to tell people, hey, we were pregnant, but now we're not. So you can't be excited for us, you can only be sad. I felt like that took away from the joy of pregnancy, and it kind of robbed that joy from me, because nobody got to experience that joy that I felt. Nobody got to experience the excitement of this little life. And I didn't want that to happen this time. So we decided that we were going to share early. We already knew we were, but especially after what we went through, we wanted everybody to be able to be excited with us, because we were excited, and this little life that is growing inside of my tummy is exciting, and it has value, and it deserves to be recognized, and we want our friends and our family to be able to enjoy in the excitement with us. And no matter what happens between now and the end of my pregnancy, whether it ends a month from now, a week from now, or I carry to term, like, this baby's life matters. And I just feel like keeping that news to myself almost devalues the that doesn't make sense. Keeping this news to ourselves almost takes away from the value of the baby's life. Like, it doesn't deserve to be shared until it makes it past a certain point, and that's not what we wanted for this baby. Another reason why we knew that we were going to announce early is because if something were to happen, if we were to lose this baby early, speaking from experience, you want someone there who understands what you're going through. You want people in your life who know how excited you were and who were excited with you, and now understand the sadness that were to take place. You want people in your life to come around you and pray for you and love on you and bring you flowers and dinner and help you in any way that they can. You want people who are going to check in on you and make sure you're okay, and who are going to pray for you and let you cry on their shoulder. Like, if something were to happen, you're gonna want that support. You're gonna want your friends and family around you. You want them to know that you're struggling, because it's hard enough as it is. You don't need to go through it alone. And yeah, I speaking from experience, having friends who came around me in our time of sorrow, it really helped. And I knew that even if something were to happen again and happen to this baby, we would want that love and support. Another reason, having gone through a miscarriage and being pregnant again, is incredibly terrifying. And there's a lot of anxieties that come along with it. And so having friends and family who know what you've been through and know how you feel right now, know that you're super scared, they can pray for you, and they can comfort you and support you and help you in any way that they can. I know that I have so many friends praying for me during my pregnancy, for my anxieties and my fears, and praying for my peace. And I have so many people praying for our little baby that he will or she will continue to grow healthy and strong. And I wouldn't have that support if nobody knew that I was pregnant. I wouldn't have people praying for me and praying for our baby if nobody knew about it. So those are a few of the reasons that we chose to announce early. I hope that that makes sense, and that maybe it gives you a new perspective on why people do choose to announce early, because a lot of people I wouldn't say a lot, but people are starting, I think, to announce a little bit earlier, as the stigma against miscarriage kind of is beginning to get broken. I hope it helps give you maybe a new perspective and something new to think about for you if you're expecting and you're trying to figure out when to announce. Just some things to consider. So anyway, that's the reasons that we chose to announce our pregnancy early, and we are so excited and filled with hope and joy for this little one, and we cannot wait to share this journey and experience with all of you. Like I said, I hope that this is informative, if anything, and gives you something to think about, maybe for you or when you see friends and family announcing, kind of understanding their decisions. By the way, I am not in any way like shaming or telling people you have to announce early or shaming people for waiting. I think it's all personal preference and whatever feels best for you and your family. You know what's right for you, and this is what was right for us, and I just wanted to kind of share our reasonings and our thoughts and hopefully maybe give you a new perspective and some new ideas and things to think about if you are expecting and getting ready to make an announcement. So anyway, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and maybe leave me a comment down below with something that you found interesting, or maybe your perspective on pregnancy announcements, or like when to announce and stuff like that. I would be interested to read other perspectives. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.